only 6 epic champions that I still use on my account, man. Epic champions that have stood the test of time, that I still get great value out of, and that I use in specific areas of the game. I'm not talking about faction wars and stuff here, although all of these champions do have a part to play in faction wars. But I'm more talking about epics that I still use at like the cutting edge of content, at the ceiling of content on my account. And funnily enough, I made a video just like this just a couple months ago, and I'm making a new one right now because things have changed very quickly. So if you're relatively new to Raid Shadow Legends and you're looking for some epic champions that are going to stand the test of time if you take them to level 60 on your own account, this video's for you, man. Before we get started, new promo link time, man, with some much improved epic champions. If you're looking to start off a new Raid Shadow Legends account in 2025, then make sure that you get it done by clicking on my beginner promo link, which you can find down below at the top of the video description box. Just click on that link, use it to create a new Raid Shadow Legends account, and you're going to be getting yourself a free legendary starter champion in the form of Elnaril, as well as some insanely powerful free epic champions on that account as well as you level your account up. This right here is the webpage that link down below is going to take you to, so when you click on that link, use this webpage to create your new account, and you will know that the link has worked once you've completed the tutorial on your new account and Elnaril is waiting for you in your inbox. And alright, man, let's get back to the video. First off, man, Zagala. She's the highlight of the thumbnail for a reason. This orc is a badass dude. She brings a chance to place weaken on her A1. She brings an attacks one enemy on her A2. Instantly activates her A3 if the target is killed by this attack, which is actually very good because the A3 is a powerhouse, man. It might be a 4-turn cooldown, but it's a triple hitter, attack all enemies after the first hit, then has a 75% chance bucked of placing strong decreased defense on all enemies for 2 turns. Zagala surprised me. Now, I do have a 4 times empowered and 6 star awakened. This is how I have built out in a mix of perception and savage gear, so she's got pretty solid speed, really good accuracy, and a pretty sweet amount of crit damage to boot. And this is where I use Zagala to this day, man. It's hard mode dragon. Okay, this is stage 6 hard mode dragon. I'm working my way towards stage 10. She comes in with the big AoE hitter and decreased defense against this first wave right here, and then I've got her AI set up so that she opens against this second wave with her A1, right? Because remember, her A2, if she can kill an enemy with her A2, then she instantly swings in with her A3. She just like instantly triggers the A3, so I want to let all of these enemies get damaged down a little bit before Zagala then comes in with her A2 and actually kills an enemy, right? Her damage is just very good, man. She smacks for 140k there, activates her A3, gets up the decreased defense, so she does a hell of a lot of work against the waves, and then she brings that decreased defense and that weaken debuff against the boss itself as well. I would say more than anything, she's in pretty good gear. Okay, I put some pretty good gear on Zagala. I feel like I should. 4 times empowered, 6 awakening stars. Let's get her in some decent gear. But I will say she's not in the best gear in the world on this account. But her damage, man, when she just smacks on in with her A2 like this, 280,000 damage to the boss, bro. Like, it's pretty bloody good, you know, considering she's not dealing max HP damage or anything like that. Her damage modifiers are actually very impressive indeed, and so Zagala has got to be my pick number 1. I'm going to let this run finish, then we're going to check out her damage at the end of this run as well. And remember, she's up against Royal Guard and bloody Waldmaster Arthurian in this run, by the way. Nearly 500,000 damage she just smacked in for with her A2 just now. And so all in all, just very impressed and surprised really by this champion. So the Royal Guard might be behind my camera just now, but the Royal Guard did about 2.6 million damage just behind my camera. The Zagala, nearly 2.4. She outdamaged the Arthurian by quite a bit. That's nuts. Now, of course, the Arthurian isn't awakened and stuff, and that's kind of holding him back a little bit on my account, but still, bloody impressive numbers, man, for a champion that's bringing such key debuffs to the table as well. Next champion on the list, absolute powerhouse, Inquisitor Shamil. Dude, I was sitting on the 6-star soul for Shamil for the longest time. Finally pulled him. The impact he's had on the account has been nuts. He took my Nightmare Hydra damage from like, I don't know, 35 million to like 170 million or something stupid. His passive is just that good. So his passive reads, each crit fills the champion's tempo by 7.5%. Whenever an ally receives a fear or true fear debuff, this skill instantly removes that debuff against the Head of Torment in Hydra, of course, and then fill the team leader's turn meter by 15%. Who's our team leader in this Hydra team of which I speak? Well, it's this man right here, the ginger bearded wonder Thor Fairhammer. We pump his damage to ridiculous amounts when he is the team leader in my Hydra team. And it's all because of Shamail. Now Shamail also deals some pretty damn good damage in his own right. He has some debuff peel, which he counterattacks with like crazy on his A1 as well. Anytime your team gets a debuff, he counterattacks for every debuff that your team receives, so he's spamming this thing, which is great. And then on the A2, attacks one enemy 3 times, ignores 25% enemy defense, ignores even more defense for each buff on this champion. So massive defense penetration on that A2, and I've got a built-in a reflex set, so he's spamming that A2 as much as possible, right? He's just spam resetting the cooldown as much as possible on that A2. As for the Hydra team itself, this is the current A team in which he's playing a key role. I just recently got Mikage, by the way, maxed up on my account as well, so I'm sure that she's going to feature in one of my better teams very soon. Who knows, maybe it will relegate some of these champions down to the B team a little bit, but right now, this is the A team. Let's just see them in action real quick. And so I'm actually just going to fast forward a little bit in this fight to the point at which the Head of Torment pops up, because that's when Inquisitor Shamail really comes into his own. Until that happens, he's just a very vanilla damage dealer. Right, so the damage was going so far, so decent, but now that the Head of Torment is up, anybody who so much as sniffs the Head of Torment is going to pick up a True Fear debuff, except they would, apart from the fact that that True Fear debuff gets instantly cleansed by the Shamail, and then he boosts the Thor's 10 meter. As you can see, if you just look at the Thor, look at how much 10 meter boost he's getting, man. Every single thing that taps the Head of Torment is giving 10 meter boost to the Thor, even when he attacks it with his AoE hits as well, so he's self 10 meter boosting now with every single skill. It's like the Shamail goes from being a very vanilla damage dealer to just sending your team into full screaming Super Saiyan as long as the Head of Torment is alive. And the best part is that the Thor is weak affinity against the Head of Torment, and so our biggest damage dealer takes forever to kill the Head of Torment, meaning it gets to stay alive for way longer than it otherwise would, man, which is just perfect because it means even more 10 meter boost for the Thor. And so that's the crux of the team. That's how the Shamail impacted the account. I'm not going to sit around and let this entire Hydra run complete, but you get the idea, right? Like 185 million damage or something was the last numbers that I put into Nightmare Hydra, which for me at the time was a massive hop up. Next up, a couple of epic champions on this list that have been switched out recently as of a couple of months ago when I last made a video like this one, Ruella. I'm afraid this epic champion's time has come, but the fact that she lasted so long, and when you see what she's being replaced by, you'll understand, like, an epic champion is never going to hold a candle to her replacement. The fact that she lasted so long, though, is testament to how good this progression epic is, man. Triple hitter A1 with a chance of stealing enemy 10 meter makes her grid into Spider, into Fire Knight, right? She also brings a decreased defense, weaken, and decreased speed debuff, all wrapped up in one triple hitter A2 skill as well. Fantastic. And then she brings some 10 meter boost as well on her A3 man. But all in all, just a great progression epic. Where I used to be using my Ruella, and where I'm actually still using her right now, but her days are numbered, as a Spider speed farm team. Right, she's used alongside a whole bunch of other epic champions and a couple of cold hearts here. And her only job on this team is to serve as a weaken and decrease defense debuffer against the boss, so that my damage dealers can then kill the boss in, I don't know, about like 11 or 12 seconds or something, once they actually start hitting the boss. You know, takes no time at all. So bam! And then the cold heart comes in, bam! And then kabam, right, boss down. Got a guide up actually on the channel as well covering this speed kill team. You might just have the champions to pull it off, man. It's worth checking out. But the champion that's going to be replacing Ruella in that team now, because she has 100% land rate on her debuffs and she's just going to make the team more reliable, is simply none other than Lydia Death Siren, which frankly, as you can see, I haven't actually built the Lydia yet. I haven't got her blessings on. What the hell is a mere mortal like Ruella supposed to do when pitted up against a Lydia? You know what I'm saying? She brings the 100% land rate, decreased defense, and weakened debuffs. She's just going to do a slightly better job than Ruella in that role. But you know what, man? Being replaced by Lydia, that's just testament to how good she is, right? I think that Ruella can hold her head up high, even if she's being retired from this series. Another champion I'm going to be replacing very soon as well is actually Morag. Morag is finally being replaced by a better ally attack champion on my account. I won't show any gameplay of Morag, I'll skip over it, but I basically use her as an ally attacker into hard mode Fire Knight, right? I need some kind of ally attacker on the team just to get more mileage out of the likes of my Yakal and my other freeze A1 champions for decreasing the boss's 10 meter into hard mode Fire Knight. Morag's A3 has been my ally attack tool going into that hard mode dungeon, and she's done a great job, man. Still love this champion, she's amazing, but how the hell is she ever going to hold a candle to Lady Mikage's ally attack? You know, Lady Mikage is going to bring more control and stuff against the waves of enemies leading up to the boss, and she just brings a better ally attack against the Fire Knight, teaming up with your entire team and buffing their stats. Like, dude, I don't know, man. Again, it's no shame for Morag to be replaced by a bloody mythical champion at the end of the day, you know? So both Ruella and Morag, though they're being retired, fantastic epics that I'd still highly recommend building. Next up is Geomancer. Nothing to really say about this guy. Brings weakened HP burn on his A3, and because of his passive, every time he takes a smack from the boss, he just deflects stupid amounts of damage back at the boss. Where do I use Geomancer? Well, one place, actually. It's a very key place, though. It's, of course, going to be my Ultra Nightmare Clan boss team, which I need to update, by the way. It's still using a high Katoon. As you can see here, this is my team right here. But, yeah, this team deals like 180 million damage to Ultra Nightmare Clan boss in a single key. It's just auto battle. I just push and go. And the Geomancer is the lead damage dealer in this team by a hell of a lot, because he's just the best at the job. That's it. Special shout out as well for Geomancer into Amius as well. The weaken the HP burn, his ability to reflect some damage into the boss with his passive and stuff, just makes him really good. Also, even his A2 and its ability to steal buffs off of the boss, off of Amius, in this case, makes him a fantastic epic for that job as well. I was trying him out in Chimera a little bit as well, but now that I've got Mikage and Ninja, I don't know, dude, that probably just could be a much better duo in every measurable way into Chimera Clan boss as well. So Geo's being a little bit retired from there, but still one of the best epics in the game, and one of the guys that I am using everywhere. Well, not everywhere, but he really excels at what he's good at, you know? Next up, it's another epic that speaks for itself. It's Ugo. I don't need to shout out Ugo any more than I already have throughout my lifespan here on YouTube. AoE decreased defense, AoE block buffs, debuff removal, and healing, all in one stinking busted kit, right? One of the best epic champions in the game, if not the best epic champion in the game by some people's estimation. I wouldn't disagree with it out of hand. Fantastic champion. Still use Ugo, of course, in my Hydra teams. Next up, man, a champion that's coming soon to my account more than anything, which is a little bit nutty, is actually going to be a replacement for Armiger. Dude, this is crazy, man. Given my account, right? Given what my account is and how built up it is and stuff, I still use Armiger as one of my 10 meter decreases with this crazy busted A1 into hard mode Darkfey. Now, I don't use him in any of my Darkfey teams until I get to the most difficult stage of Darkfey, where I just need more 10 meter control for the boss, where the kill is slower, but I just need more 10 meter control, and so I just throw him in there, and his one job in the fight is just to spam the A1. And that's it. But even then, the boss still gets some turns in. And so a replacement for Armiger is very soon going to be an epic that I'm finally going to take up to level 60. It's Allure, dude. This is a champ that's kind of touted as like a cheat code into Fire Knight. I didn't get early enough on my account to actually use him into normal mode Fire Knight, so I cleared all of that without her help. But dude, into Darkfey, is she just the best 10 meter controller in the game against Darkfey? Probably. I think that she's a straight 10 out of 10 champion into the Darkfey boss, and it's one of the most important bosses in the game to farm, and you've got to try and farm it at the hardest difficulty you can in Doom Tower as well for those maximum rewards. It just makes sense, man, to build an Allure basically for everybody, unless you've got some incredible 10 meter controllers that are also dealing ungodly damage, of course, then Allure is basically going to be a must build, I think, for most people if you're looking for a very stable Darkfey farming team on hard mode. Kind of. Obviously, it's very dependent on your account, but it's all about A1. Attack 3 times at random. 75% 10 meter decrease in total on this A1. Nuts. just spammable, and all she's got to do is crit and have enough accuracy and then build her nice and fast, and she can do her job incredibly well, and is finally going to be a very, very solid upgrade to my humble armor. It is an epic champion that I still use to this day against pressing content, important content on this account. And finally, that brings us to none other than Godseeker Aniri, another absolute must build for like 99% of players. If you get a Godseeker Aniri on your account, man, you want to build her out in regeneration, in immortal gear, build her out to be tanky, stocky as hell, good defense, high HP, and pretty good speeds. You want to get your Godseeker Aniri functioning in a unkillable team against Sand Devil. Most of her kit really in Sand Devil revolves around, I mean, she's a great healer in other areas of the game too. I think I use her for heals in Phantom Shogun, and she could be a very useful healer into Amius as well. But into Sand Devils, it's really all about her passive and her A3. So her A3 is just a revive. It fills 10 meter by 50% and resets the cooldown of your ally skills when you revive them. Quite important, 410 cooldown. And then on the passive, the active effect of the passive, also 410 cooldown, is if an ally is about to get killed by a fatal hit, including herself, preempt that hit and instantly place revive on death buff on that ally for 110 just before the damage is taken. This means that you can place your Godseeker Aniri as long as she's speed tuned correctly and has enough defensive stats to survive in between the boss's one-shot mechanic. Just get her speed tuned correctly, get her with an HP burn or a poison or a max HP damage dealer champion. If it's an HP burner champion that you're running like Ninja, they need like 400 plus accuracy in order to be able to land the HP burn debuffs in stage 25. And this team can just two-man the hell out of Sand Devils, meaning that you can throw food champions in here, be leveling up some food champions up to like 3 stars and stuff like that on the side, and this team will just function perfectly with no AI setup at all. The kills aren't going to be fast, they don't have to be. During Sand Devils tournaments, you're now able to farm up food champions, Sand Devils tournament points, sometimes CVC points at the same time. Like right now there's a CVC going on and a Sand Devils tournament going on at the same time. I might as well just cash in, man. Do some champ training, farm some oils, complete the tournament, get some CVC points all at the same time. It's just a massive, massive efficiency play, and I don't see myself doing anything different ever, really, in my raid life in this dungeon, unless like a hard mode Sand Devils is released, which, Plarium, if you're watching this video, don't do that. Nobody wants that, man. And 8 minutes in, I regret everything, now remembering that I recently changed the ninja's build, reducing his accuracy by about 40, and the fight's taken forever now, so crap. Hey, and it's finally dead. CVC points, tournament points, experience on food, all of that good stuff, man. And there you have it. There's all of the epic champions that I still use very, very active. Again, I still use a whole bunch of these guys and things like Chaos City and Faction Wars and all of that good stuff. But for when it comes to pushing like the cutting edge content, those are the epics that I still use to this day, man, even in spite of like the stacked legendary roster that we are working with on my main account. And so there you have it, man. Before I leave you, make sure that if you are looking to start off a new raid account, man, anytime soon, a new free-to-play adventure or something like that, then you get it done by using my beginner promo link, which as always, you can find down below at the top of the video description box. Thanks for stopping by, and I'm going to catch all of you all to stay a tad bit later, man.